For more than 50 years, we've been told one simple story about heart health, lower cholesterol, and you'll be protected.
Many seniors did everything right, avoided foods they enjoyed, followed instructions carefully, and trusted those numbers completely. But here's something most people were never told. Many heart events happen even when cholesterol numbers look completely normal.
By the end of this video, you'll understand what truly puts the heart at risk and why focusing on the wrong thing may leave you unprotected. Cholesterol by itself doesn't damage the heart. It becomes dangerous only when the artery walls are quietly inflamed.
I've seen patients with excellent cholesterol who felt completely fine, living normal lives, confident their hearts were protected. What they couldn't see was the slow process happening underneath, inflammation building quietly, year after year.
Today, I'll show you which one truly drives heart risk as we age, and how understanding this can change how you protect your heart.
Here's the first truth many seniors find surprising. A large number of heart events happen in people whose cholesterol levels look completely normal. This doesn't mean cholesterol is meaningless. It means cholesterol alone does not tell the full story about heart risk. In healthy arteries, cholesterol moves through the bloodstream without causing harm or sticking to vessel walls.
Problems begin only when the artery wall itself changes, and that change has a very specific cause we need to talk about next.
Inflammation is the real trigger that turns cholesterol from a harmless passenger into a serious problem inside the artery. When the artery lining becomes irritated, it loses its smooth protective surface and starts allowing particles to slip inside. This irritation signals the immune system, drawing cleanup cells that begin trapping cholesterol inside the vessel wall.
This is how inflammation quietly sets the stage for future heart problems, even when cholesterol numbers look fine.
When people see cholesterol numbers like these, they're often told everything looks fine and their heart is protected. But cholesterol numbers only show what's floating in the blood, not what's happening inside the artery wall itself. When inflammation is present, cholesterol can move into areas it normally wouldn't, even when blood levels appear normal.
That's why normal cholesterol can still hide risk when inflammation quietly changes the environment inside the arteries.
Let me tell you about a patient I'll call Daniel. His cholesterol numbers looked excellent at every annual checkup.
He felt well, stayed active, and had every reason to believe his heart was in good shape.
Then one day, without warning, tests revealed a serious blockage that no one expected based on cholesterol alone.
The missing piece wasn't cholesterol, it was long-standing inflammation that had never been measured.
For decades, most routine heart checkups focused only on cholesterol, while inflammation was rarely measured or discussed. Markers like high-sensitivity CRP give us insight into inflammation levels that cholesterol numbers simply cannot show. When inflammation markers are elevated, they often explain why risk exists, even when cholesterol levels appear normal.
To truly understand heart risk, we must look beyond cholesterol and include inflammation as part of the complete picture.
One of the most common hidden sources of inflammation is excess visceral fat, especially around the abdomen. Frequent blood sugar spikes from refined foods can quietly stimulate inflammation, even when weight and cholesterol seem under control. When we stop moving regularly, the body loses one of its most natural tools for keeping inflammation under control. Poor sleep and untreated gum irritation can quietly sustain inflammation, even when everything else appears to be done right. The first test most people know is the standard lipid panel, which shows how cholesterol is circulating in the blood. High-sensitivity CRP is a simple blood test that helps reveal whether inflammation is quietly affecting the blood vessels.
A coronary calcium score helps us see whether plaque has already begun forming inside the arteries. Particle analysis shows the type of cholesterol present, helping us understand whether those particles are more or less likely to cause trouble.
Not all plaque is equally dangerous. Some remain stable, while inflamed plaque becomes fragile and unpredictable. Ongoing inflammation slowly weakens the protective surface of plaque, making it less stable even if it stays small.
When a fragile plaque surface opens, it can trigger clot formation that suddenly disrupts blood flow. This is why inflammation matters so much. It determines whether plaque stays stable or becomes a real threat.
Medications like statins can be helpful because they don't just lower cholesterol, they also calm inflammation inside the arteries.
However, lowering cholesterol alone doesn't always mean inflammation is fully under control. For people at higher risk, these medications can play an important role alongside lifestyle changes. The key is not whether medication exists, but whether it's truly the right tool for your individual situation.
Sometimes cholesterol improves nicely over time, yet inflammation remains active beneath the surface.
When underlying factors aren't addressed, inflammation may persist even as cholesterol numbers move in the right direction.
In other cases, inflammation improves first, and the arteries begin to stabilize even if cholesterol changes very little.
That's why protecting the arteries depends more on reducing inflammation than chasing any single number.
The smartest decisions come from looking at all test results together, not judging heart risk by a single number.
When cholesterol is higher but inflammation and calcium remain low, the overall risk is often lower than many people expect.
But when inflammation or calcium is elevated, risk can be higher, even if cholesterol numbers appear normal.
Smart heart decisions are personalized, thoughtful, and always followed by regular reassessment.
One common mistake is assuming that normal cholesterol numbers automatically mean the heart is fully protected. Another mistake is never checking inflammation, simply because it wasn't included in routine testing.
Many people believe that feeling fine means everything is fine, but heart disease often progresses silently. Perhaps the biggest mistake is treating every heart the same, instead of assessing each person individually.
After 60, heart health is no longer about chasing perfect numbers. It's about protecting the arteries themselves.
Modern cardiology looks at how the arteries age, not just how lab results compare to a reference range.
Small, consistent daily actions can reduce inflammation and strengthen the heart far more than occasional extreme efforts.
This new way of thinking focuses on long-term stability and clarity, helping the heart stay strong as we age.
The first practical step is reducing everyday triggers that quietly fuel inflammation, starting with how and what we eat.
Choosing foods that support stable blood sugar helps calm the inflammatory signals that affect the arteries over time.
Regular movement, even at a gentle pace, activates the body's natural anti-inflammatory processes.
When these habits are practiced consistently, inflammation gradually lowers and the heart environment becomes far more stable. If there's one message to remember, it's this: cholesterol matters, but inflammation is what determines real danger inside the arteries.
Before making decisions based only on cholesterol, always ask whether inflammation and artery health have been properly evaluated.
Understanding your inflammation status early gives you the chance to protect your heart before problems ever develop.
When you understand how inflammation works, you can make smarter, calmer decisions about your heart health.
Focusing only on numbers can be misleading, but understanding artery health gives you a clearer, safer direction. Never hesitate to ask for a complete evaluation and clear explanations that help you understand your own results.
Heart health is not a single test or visit. It's an ongoing partnership built on understanding and consistency.
Staying informed and engaged is one of the most powerful ways to protect your heart as you age. If you value clear, practical heart guidance like this, I invite you to subscribe to Health Hack Hive for trusted updates each week.
When you like and share these videos, you help this information reach others who may need it just as much as you do. Feel free to leave a comment or question below, Your experience may help guide future discussions here.
Together, we can stay informed, stay proactive, and support heart health at every stage of life.
And this channel is a place for thoughtful conversation, where your questions and experiences help shape what we explore next.
In future videos, we'll continue breaking down simple, science-based ways to support heart health as we age. Thank you for spending these moments with me and for taking an active role in understanding your heart health. Take care of your heart, stay curious, and I'll see you again here at Health Hack Hive.